The time is now 1:01, so let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for our Employer Education webinar. My name is Michael Guerrero. I'm a Senior Pension Analyst for the Employer Services team, and I will be the moderator for today's webinar. I will now turn it over to Sandy to begin today's session.
Thank you, Michael. Welcome, everyone, to today's Employer Education session. We will provide an overview of the annual statements. This session is part of our Employer Education program, which is a key component to managing risk to the plan and is tied to the Employer Attestation of Compliance initiative. Presenting with me today is Christine Wachira and Deepak Patel, who are pension analysts with Employer Services. We also have Bill Hurley, Team Lead for Employer Services, and Brian Kovach, Senior Pension Analyst for Member Services, who will assist with any questions that you may have. First, we will provide an overview of active member statements, and then we'll show you the extension of membership, or what we call EOM statement, that are sent to members who have terminated and are on their 24-month extension of membership with the plan. I will now pass it over to Deepak, who will provide us with an overview of the active member statement.
Thanks, Andy. Good afternoon, everyone. We will now review the statement that is provided to active members in the plan. Here is the first page of the member's annual statement. On the right-hand side, we show the member ID and page number. This will appear on each page of the statement. The member ID is the number the member should use to register for My Pension and when contacting the plan to assist us in verifying their identity. On the right-hand side, in the blue section, there will be the member's name, date of birth, date of hire, date of enrollment, employment type, and province of employment. This section also states that the member is vested in the pension and also provides the pension plan's registration number and province of registration. The first section of the main body of this page outlines the member's accrued annual and monthly pension up to December 31st, 2020. These are the amounts payable to the member at normal retirement date, which is age 65. The next section shows the member's actual normal retirement date and will also show the estimated date the member would be able to collect their pension as an unreduced pension and as a reduced pension from the plan. It will show the earliest date a member can retire with an unreduced pension, and this date will be the same date as the normal retirement date. It also shows the earliest date a member can retire with a reduced pension, which is the end of the month the member reaches age 50. This section displays the member's spouse and/or designated beneficiaries for survivor benefits. Members can update this by completing and submitting the member change of information form. Members in Ontario and Alberta may use My Pension to update this information and may need to provide supporting documentation. In the bottom right-hand corner of the statement, we have the plan's contact information, which provides the plan's mailing address, direct telephone number, toll-free telephone number, email address, and our website address. Let's now look at page 2 of the statement. This page will show a bar graph and will show the member the increase in their annual amount of pension from the amount they accrued from their last statement. This graph will show the amount of annual lifetime pension the member has accrued and is payable at their normal retirement date. This amount will include any pension purchases the member has made and were processed in 2020. The bar graph will also show the AIW, or average industrial wage increase, that member accrued in 2020. It should be noted that the bar graph will not show for members who enrolled in 2020. The next section shows the accrued pension amount at the end of the current year with AIW increases and the previous year pension amount for comparison. On the right-hand side, on the blue section, is information on the AIW enhancement. Here is page 3 of the statement, which provides details on the member's pension benefit. The first section shows the member's eligible earnings for their DBplus benefit in 2020. The next section shows the member and employer contributions to the plan. The first line shows the total contributions plus interest as of December 31st, 2019. Then it shows the contributions the member and employer made to the plan in 2020. The next line shows the interest credited for all contributions in 2020. And the last line shows the total contributions plus interest as at December 31st, 2020. This section displays how the member's pension benefit is calculated. First, it will show the pension accrued to December 31st, 2019. Next, we display the member and employer contributions and multiply them by 8.5% plus the AIW increase if applicable. Then we display the total accrued pension as of December 31st, 2020. The final section will show any DBplus pension purchases and will show by type of purchase. Purchases that were processed prior to December 31st, 2020 will show on the 2020 statement. Any purchases that were initiated in 2020 and completed in 2021 will show on the member's 2021 annual statement. The section in blue on the right-hand side provides more details on the pension plan formula and the annual pension factor. On page 4 of the statement, there are details on the plan provisions. The first section provides information on retiring early from the plan. This section provides information about the survivor benefits offered by the plan if a member dies prior to retirement. On the last page of the statement, there are details about the plan's growth in 2020 and the assumption used in preparing the statement. In this section, it will show the contribution rates at December 31st, 2020. This page also provides the plan's funded status as of January 1st, 2020, and additional information about the plan's investment policy. With the introduction of PAL, you can now access the annual statements that were sent to your plan members. Members can also access their statement in My Pension without having to wait for the statement to arrive in the mail. To access the annual statement, first use the search function in PAL to locate the member. Once you have accessed the member's record in PAL, scroll down to the bottom to the Other Information section. The Annual Statement Center will be displayed under the Form section, and the member's statement can be accessed there. Members will be able to access their statement in My Pension in the Annual Statement section. Members who have registered for the portal and have provided an email address will receive a notification that their statement is available. Members who have registered and elected electronic communication will not receive a paper statement in the mail.
So now I will pass it over to Christine to provide an overview of the extension of membership statements.
Let's do a review of extension of membership or EOM statements. Based on the provisions of the CAP pension plan, an individual's membership in the plan is extended for 24 months after they terminate employment. This 24-month period is known as the member's extension of membership or EOM period. EOM members will receive an annual pension statement by June 30th. This review is for your reference only. If EOM members have any other questions on their statements, please direct them to the plan. Page 1 of the EOM statement is similar to the active statement. The member ID and page number can be viewed at the top right. This segment is the same, but will include termination of employment date and termination of membership date. The first main section outlines the accrued pension at December 31st, 2020, with AIW increases if applicable. The next section will provide normal and early retirement dates for the member. Here you can see the survivor benefit information and this dark blue box on the right side of the page provides contact information for the plan. Page 2 of the EOM statement will provide the member with the options they have during their EOM period. Page 3 will display the annual pension as of December 31st, 2020, including purchases and the monthly lifetime pension. Page 4 will display the member's eligible earnings in 2020 if applicable, the total contributions accrued plus interest, and pension purchase details if applicable. The segment on the right side of the page provides more details on the pension plan formula and the annual pension factor. Page 5 provides information about early retirement and the survivor benefits offered by the plan if a member dies prior to retirement. The last page provides information on growing plan membership, including steps to take once the 24-month extension of membership period has expired.
Okay, thank you, Michael, and thank you everybody for attending today. I know this was a very short session, but I hope that everyone found it very helpful. So this concludes our presentation for today. Our next session is scheduled for May 6th, and invitations will be sent out approximately 2 weeks prior to the session. We ask again that you provide your employer pension analyst with a list of who attended today's session so that we can track this information on your behalf. And then this information will be fed back to you quarterly and then again at the end of the year as part of the attestation process. You'll also be receiving an email from us with a link to a brief survey. Your responses will help us in making these sessions more valuable to you. Thanks again for attending. Have a great day and stay safe, everybody. And yes, a very short session, but we appreciate your attendance. Thank you very much.